Welcome to our Snowflower Market Update. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties here in Park City, Utah.
And I'm Doug Olmstead, the seller's property consultant on the Wilstein team. Thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, we're going to look into what's been happening at the Snowflower property at the base of Park City Resort. But let's begin by just covering an overview of the Park City real estate market. Over the past 12 months, there's been 1,456 sales in Park City. Now that consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land, and that's all real estate brokerages combined. That's up 10% or 137 sales. So good, strong marketplace.
If we take a year-to-year comparison of closed sales, October 2014 to September 2015, homes were up 4% from 508 sales to 530 sales. Condos up a huge 24% from 590 sales to 732. Lots were down 12% from 221 sales to 194, and that's due largely in part to just a total lack of inventory for available lots.
But people are always curious about property values, so let's talk about prices. The graph you're looking at here is comparing, again, year-to-year comparison, with the red bars being the October 2014 to September 2015 this year, the gold or the cream color being the previous 12-month period. This time what we've done is we've broken up the categories into Park City city limits and the Snyderville Basin, just basically the county area of Park City. In the city limits, we've got prices increasing year over year by about 4%, bringing the median sold price for homes from $1,300,000 all the way to $1,350,000. We see a big increase, 19% in the Snyderville Basin, raising the median sold price from $725,000 to $50,000 all the way up to $862,500. So as you saw in the earlier graph, a lot of sales in that area and prices climbing significantly, particularly with homes.
If we look at condos in Park City, up 1%, 539,950 to 545,000. And out in the basin, up a huge 12%, 345,000 up to 387,500.
This graph here takes a look at vacant land. We're looking at lots, medium sold prices. And within the city limits, you see a whopping 23% increase year over year from a median price of $550,000 up to $676,185. Now, I need to point out here that we're dealing with such a small sample of sales overall that you need to take that into account, that when you see a 20 or 23% increase as we see here, doesn't mean that the market across the board has gone up that much. It simply means that with the sampling in the past 12 months, there was probably a lot that had preferred views or a better location, and you take a couple of those lots, compare it with the previous year that may not have had that, that alone could account for a 20 to 23% increase. So while the values and prices have definitely increased in lots, I don't want you to get the wrong impression that across the board it's a 23% increase. Be nice,
yeah,
but not true. Now, when we look at the Snyderville Basin, where we see an 8% increase there and a larger sampling, that is more representative of the market overall. Here we see the median sold price being previously $311,750, now $340,000. So nice increase there. So overall, the prices are going up and the demand is good. Now we've included this graph here because this tells us how many of our transactions are cash transactions. And you notice 2007, when we began this graph here, that 26% of our deals were all cash. So basically 1 in 4 were all cash. Then we had several years of it increasing to a rate of 1 and 2, 50%, pretty much holding that, bouncing around between 47 to 50% for 5 or 6 years. The key thing I want to point out to you here is that in the first quarter of 2015, the number or percentage of cash transactions rose to an all-time high of 56%. So lots of people are spending lots of their cash dollars to buy Park City real estate and Deer Valley real estate. On the other hand, we see an adjustment in the second quarter all the way down to 43%. And so, you know how these graphs work, they tend to average themselves out. So what's accounting for the 43%? I would say two things. Number one, that we're seeing more loan packages available than we had seen previously, and therefore some of those cash buyers now can get the loan that they're interested in, whereas in the past they had fewer options. And then the interest rates are just so low that it's hard to resist. But it's nice to see that people are spending a lot of money, a lot of cash money in Park City real estate. So let's turn our attention to Snowflower. And Doug, why don't you take it away on this?
Sure. So condominium sales in Snowflower were actually down 6% over the last year's number of sales. You can see that's from 10 sales down to 4 sales, and that's just a total lack of inventory available in Snowflower.
Now I want to talk about absorption rate when we look at this. And first of all, let me define it. Absorption rate looks back at the last 12 months and looks at the number of sales, in this case in Snowflower, and based upon the inventory and how quickly they sold, we get a pace of sale. This helps you decide or determine, all things being equal, roughly how long it might take for you to sell your property if you put it on the market. So based upon sales over the last 12 months, Snowflower units are selling at a pace of 1 sale every 91 days, or roughly 1 sale every 3 months. Now currently there's only 1 property on the market, and that equates to a 3-month inventory. Again, 1 sale. If you price a property aggressively, it will sell much faster. If you priced a property with a much higher price, then it would take longer. Now it's worth pointing out here that the National Association of Realtors says that a balanced market, a market where there's approximately an equal number of buyers and sellers, is about a 6-month inventory. In resort towns like Park City, a balanced market historically has been a 9-month inventory. So while 3 months may feel like a long time, 91 days on the market before selling, still is about 1/3 the time that typically a balanced market in Park City is. So it still favors sellers of Snowflower properties. And there's only 1 on the market. So if you decide to put yours on, you only have competition with 1 other property. Price ranges range from $450,000 all the way up to $633,000. These are sold over the last year. These historically were smaller units, and otherwise we could have expected the high end of the range to go higher. Nevertheless, the medium sold price is $516,000, which is actually up 15% over the previous year's value. So that's positive. In the previous year, $447,000 was the medium sold price. Now up 15% to $516,000. So price is going the right way if you're a property owner. If you're interested in receiving information on the actual properties that make up this data rather than just our summary points, send us an email. You can send me an email at ron@thewilsteinteam.com.
Or of course Doug at thewilsteinteam.com.
And let us know that you'd like the information on the Snowflower condos, and we'll email that off to you right away.
Here's how to get this information on Snowflower whenever you would like. Just go ahead and bookmark viewparkcityrealestate.com/Snowflower, and that will take you to our website with the Snowflower landing page. We'll go there quickly on the website and show you what to do. That'll take you right to the main search engine website, and when you type in Snowflower, that will take you to the Snowflower landing page. Scroll on down. It takes you less than a minute just to go ahead and fill out the information. If you want to watch a webinar, which is essentially what you're doing now, just hover over the green button. And if you would like current sales data on Snowflower, just hover over the now purple button, and that will take you to the sales data request. Like I said, it just takes about a minute to fill out. Just put the number, your unit number in there. If it's a condo, if it's Snowflower, put condo, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. Come on down and you just put in your first name and last name and your email so we can send you the information. If you would like a phone call, just put in your phone number and let us know a good time to call you back, and we can do that. And if you'd like to be added to our quarterly mailings, just put in your mailing address. We'll send you that information as well. And then the comments, just whatever questions you have. If it's current sales data or just any real estate question at large, just let us know. We'll be happy to get back to you. Just hit submit form, and that will get emailed to Ron and I, and we will get back to you.
So it's just that simple. We want to keep you informed of property values. I'm not going to hassle you. You don't have to be listing your property, but if you want to know what's happening, that is the easiest way to find out. With that in mind, the Vail Resorts has been spending just a tiny bit of money, $50 million improving the Park City Resort, and so we thought we'd give you an update since the ski season is just around the corner.
Lots going on. So the Quicksilver gondola, all the lift towers are in, the cable is strung, the cars are hanging, or the gondolas are hanging. We've been spending a lot of time up there mountain biking and hiking, watching this go on all summer. It is really fantastic to watch those helicopters bring in those poles. It's pretty incredible. The Quicksilver gondola is the real link between the two sections of the mountain. It'll be an 8.5 minute gondola ride from Park City over to what was formerly known as Canyons. It's all Park City now, and that is just a great gondola. The Miners Camp is the new restaurant right at the base of Quicksilver Gondola and the Silverload Express right there. State-of-the-art facility. It's all dried in and framed in, and it's going to be a very nice dining experience there. And then on the front side of the mountain, the new 6-pack King Khan lift is all up and ready to go. That will really just keep skiers moving around the mountain very nicely.
So those aren't all the improvements, but those are some of the biggies.
Yep.
If you haven't scheduled your vacation to Park City, you've got to come and check this out. And scheduled opening date is November 11th. Now that, of course, is based upon whether we get enough snow. As you know, Park City Resort, as well as Deer Valley, they have a ton of snowmaking equipment. So as the temperatures drop, they can make a lot of snow, get a good solid base. November 11th is a pretty early opening, but if they're able to do it, that'll be the first time you can tune up your skis and your board and get onto the mountain. Speaking of getting on the mountain, I want to mention to you that Park City offers a Epic Pass. They actually have two different versions, an Epic Pass and then an Epic's Local Pass. The Local Pass, a couple $100 less. It does have some blackout dates, but if you're a Utah resident, you might prefer that. Either pass gets you access to 7,300 acres of skiable terrain. And not only at the Park City Mountain Resort, which is a result of them combining, but that same pass you can take over to Vail. You can take it to Beaver Creek, Breckenridge. You can even take it to Australia, to Perisher. And they're all Vail operated mountains, and that Epic Pass works in all their resorts. So it really is, it's really a great pass. What can you say?
Of course, not to forget Deer Valley, just a wonderful mountain as well. They're scheduled to open December 5th, I think that's the first Saturday of December. And weather dependent, they always wait till they can get that corduroy just perfect to open up.
That's right, for sure. So, yep, that's Deer Valley's plans, and you know how that all works out each season. Well, with all these improvements going into the Park City Resort, we keep getting asked by lots of people, buyers and sellers alike, what impact are these improvements going to have on the Park City real estate market? Well, we don't have the time to cover it here, but we have dedicated time in our Park City Market Talk webinar, our monthly webinar, our October one, to deal with this specific question, along with a couple other topics that we're going to cover. So if that's of interest to you, just go to our website, BuyParkCity.com, look up webinar for Park City Market Talk October. That will be the most recent one, depending upon when you go there, and you'll get those details. Finally, if you're interested or curious what your snowflower condo may be worth, I want to show you a really easy way to find out. Just, again, go to our website, BuyParkCityRealEstate.com. On the landing page, scroll down to the section entitled Learn What Your Property is Worth. Complete a short form there, or you can send either one of us an email, and we're happy to make arrangements to see your property and to give you that information. There's no cost, there's no obligation, and we don't hassle you. We just want to get you good information. Let me show you that real quickly as we wrap up our webinar. Here we are, we're on a landing page, View Park City Real Estate. Just scroll down a little bit, past Start Your Property Search, past some of these properties and webinars to learn what your property is worth in today's market. Again, very similar to the form you saw before, but with a couple changes. Identify your property address, or you could put snowflower unit, whatever your unit is, that it's a condo. Let us know how many bedrooms and bathrooms, what you think your property is worth, and then go a little bit lower include your contact information, first and last name, email address, and the other information if you want. And then when you come to this list where it says I'm interested in additional information about the following items, choose the first one. Contact me now for a free property value assessment. No cost, that's all we need to know. If any of these other items are of interest, choose those, and then click the green button and we'll get the notification. We'll contact you, make arrangements to see your property and get you that information. It's just that easy. If you want some information on the Snowflower Homeowners Association, this is their domain name, snowflowerhoa.com. Lots of valuable information there, news, things going on in the association, even list some condos for sale when they occur. And so if you haven't been there, check that out. You might find that to be informative.
So if you have any questions, please email us. We'll promptly answer them. It's ron@thewilsteinteam.com or doug@thewilsteinteam.com. If you want to call from us, just include your phone number and a preferred time for us to contact you, and we'll be happy to help you out.
And again, just a reminder, every single month we do the Park City Market Talk webinar. Give you a market update of what's happening in Park City overall. Go into a bit more detail than we did on this Snowflower webinar. And then we cover a variety of topics that are on everybody's mind. As we said, we're going to deal with the Vail topic. And check that out. That's always available, and we're happy to put you on our email reminder list if you want. So with that in mind, thank you. It's a snow picture. The snow isn't there yet, but this is like, gives you the focus.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Yes, exactly. So thanks for watching our webinar, and we hope to see you on the mountain. Bye-bye.